Hi, hello.
Welcome to Commander Pat Alesia of the commander of the Nassau County American Legion. And you're hearing this exclusively on MalcolmPresents.com. So if you don't know where you are, that's where you are. You know where you are, Pat?
I know where I am. Good evening, and it's nice seeing you again, Malcolm.
Yeah, same here. And if you can see, I'm on the boardwalk in Coney Island.
I see that.
Right behind me is a parachute jump, which is no longer in operation, but they kept it there. And below the parachute jump is the Keyshaw Stadium, which is the it used to be Steeplechase, which was an amusement park.
Oh, I see. Steeplechase.
And now
is that the home of the Brooklyn Cyclones?
It's what?
The home of the Brooklyn Cyclones now?
Brooklyn Cyclones, yeah, the minor league team of the New York Mets.
And I want you to know, just a couple of weeks ago, I was at a restaurant called Gargiulo's.
Gargiulo's, yeah.
Which is right around the corner from Nathan's.
Yeah, that was a big restaurant when I was a kid. But I think
still is.
Supposedly, I don't know how true it was, but I think it was the Gambino family who had an interest in that. The part of organized crime. I don't know.
All I know. All I know is the food is good.
And then they had another restaurant down the block on Mermaid Avenue called Carolina's. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I never been to Carolina's. No.
But it was funny. I mean, not funny, but you go to Coney Island now, completely changed. As far as who lives there, used to be primarily Jewish, but the Italian section is still the same, has some of the same stores, like 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th Street, all along Mermaid Avenue and Neptune Avenue are still Italian.
I haven't been there in a couple of years, so I got to get back there, though.
Yeah. The old line Italians don't move.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, but anyway, getting back to what you're up to.
Okay, the last episode we had, we were talking about the highlights for the American Legion coming up in the new year.
Yeah, administratively, really.
Administratively, yeah. We got through several months, but I just wanted to mention something before we go on, because we talked about March, where we have the caucus meetings for the 2nd and the 3rd division. Also in March, what we do is we have a visit to the state capitol, which is a follow-up to the legislative breakfast that we've talked about in the past on a podcast.
Right.
So what we do is my legislative chairman, myself, and 2 advisors, we go to Albany for a legislative day. We get there on a Sunday, and then on Monday, we spend the day seeing Nassau County delegates of the New York State Assembly and the New York State Senate. And we actually are invited to their offices to talk to them about follow-up questions from the legislative breakfast and anything else that may come up that we want to discuss.
What generally do you discuss?
Well, one of the big things that we're talking about now is most American Legion posts are what we call 501c19 agencies. Money that has come up recently through, I guess, legislation as a result of COVID says that money could go to organizations that are 501c3s.
Yeah, that's nonprofit.
Yeah, but at the point is, many of our posts that were closed down for the 2 years during the virus need additional funding. And since we're 501c19s, we're not able to get that. So at the legislative breakfast, we spoke about that, and several of the politicians indicated that they were working on that. So maybe we'll follow up and see how far they've gotten and, go from there.
Yeah, what are the C19s? I haven't heard that.
No, it's what the each individual American League post is. Instead of being a C3, we're a C19.
What's the difference between, legally, between C3 and C19?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I think, as you said, C3 is nonprofit,
Right.
and I'm not sure exactly what the C19 stands for, but I know we're having trouble getting the additional funds because we're not part of that C3 organization.
How about if I'm a C3 organization, but the nonprofit is not intentional?
I don't know. But anyway, so that, and then what is, we're all day up there on Monday. And on Tuesday, we have like a departmental breakfast with other counties from the state of New York. And then once the breakfast is over, we're on our way home. So I just wanted to update that real quick.
So you drive there, or you take a train?
No, we drive. We all drive together in one car, so it's not too bad. In April, I mentioned we will have the department commanders visit, and we will have the national commanders visit. I went into a little more detail on that at the last podcast.
Right.
Now we'll get to the month of May, where most of our significant activities revolve around Memorial Day. Okay, the county will participate in a Memorial Day service at Eisenhower Park, which is run by the United Veterans Organization, which is an organization that contains many veterans organizations. So they take the time to honor those people who are no longer with us. The county will provide a color guard. We'll also have a firing detail, and it's a very nice ceremony. Now that may take place either a couple of days before Memorial Day or a couple of days, more than likely before Memorial Day. On Memorial Day, each post gets involved with the local, like I'm a member of the Malvern Post, so we will get involved with the Malvern Village Memorial Day Parade. Once, we go through the parade, and we also have a post color guard, and we'll have a firing detail. And, there are several ceremonies that take place. And then once the parade is over, we normally go back to the post for lunch. So it's a nice time to honor our fallen comrades, and also to get together and to enjoy lunch together with members of the post and their families.
Mm-hmm. It's nice.
Okay, June is the big month, because in June 4th, we have our Nassau County American Legion Convention. Okay, we hold it at a Massapequa Post because it's a large enough post and has a catering hall that's large enough for all to participate. All the posts are invited to the convention, and they have to submit a list of delegates from their post before they can vote at the convention. So, several weeks before the convention, or right up until the convention itself, before we, bang the gavel to start the convention, they can submit their list of delegates, because those are the people. What's that?
How many posts are there, and how many people are you talking about?
We have a total of 52 posts, but not every post will attend. Mm-hmm. If we have maybe 25 or 30 posts, that would be a lot. So you're talking about maybe 70 to 80 people in that area. It could be a little bit larger, it could be a little bit smaller, depending.
Yeah, and what are you electing?
Okay, that's what we're going to get to. What we're doing at the national convention, at the county convention, is electing the offices for Nassau County American Legion next year. The offices that we have are the county commander, the 1st Division Vice Commander, 2nd Division Vice Commander, 3rd Division Vice Commander, Treasurer, County Adjutant. We also have a membership officer, but that's not an elected position. That's a appointed position. Okay.
Now, is this where you're going to give up your commandership?
Yes.
If anyone wants to take over.
Well, no, we have someone who wants to take over. Okay, we made him an offer he can't refuse. No. Now, what the first part of the process is, the offices are nominated. The offices I just mentioned, you go around from post to post to post, and they're nominated. Now, most of the people nominated were also nominated during the caucuses that I talked about that take place in February and March. Okay. So when we get to the convention, someone from the individual's post will read the letter of nomination requesting that he be given consideration for a particular post. Okay. Now, do we take nominations from the floor? Yes. If in fact, someone would like to challenge one of these offices, we do that. Okay. But for the most part, and last year it didn't happen, but that doesn't mean it can't happen.
And do you have to have qualifications or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you read the letter of nomination, you'll indicate all the qualities that person has from your post. The fact that he's held certain positions within the post and other things that go above and beyond, the call of duty. So no, most people are qualified. And the other thing you got to remember is most people go what we call up the seats. In other words, I was a county chaplain. Then I was the county membership officer. Then I was the county adjutant for 2 years. And then I became the county commander. Okay. So the current county adjutant is going to be considered for the position of county commander next year.
I always thought a chaplain was a man of the church, or whatever it was, he was chaplain. So if a county commander, are you a minister?
No, I'm not a minister, but I remember I told you that we start every American Legion function with an invocation. Right. And we end every American Legion function with a benediction. So every American Legion post, in addition to all the offices they have a chaplain, and that chaplain has to perform that duty.
Well, again, it's a chaplain, a minister, or the chaplain can be.
No, a chaplain is a layperson. Sure,
okay.
Sure.
Okay. As I say, I always thought a chaplain meant that they were, a minister of a certain religion. But then again, I'm wrong.
Yeah, but that's okay, no problem. Okay, so now we finish the nominating, and then what we do, we go to a period where we do special presentations. Two of the special presentations are, one is we award a $1,000 scholarship to a high school student who has achieved outstanding academic criteria. Notices are sent to 72 different high schools, and we have a chairman of the Education and Scholarship Committee. He receives the applications from the various high schools, and it's his job to identify the person who receives the $1,000 scholarship.
Is this purely based on academic prowess, or does it have to do anything with financial need?
No, unfortunately, this is on economic activity, economic proud. The person with the best academic criteria gets the award. Okay. And that person is invited to the convention with their parents and to receive the award.
That's nice.
Okay. And the other special presentation we make, that's a nice ceremony, is the Legionnaire of the Year award. Each post may participate in the Legionnaire of the Year process. Each post receives a packet of material explaining to them what they have to do and when they have to do it. They send a resume of the individual that they want to represent their post to the Legionnaire of the Year committee chief. What he does is he reviews all the applications for the county commander, and he makes a recommendation to who should be the county Legionnaire of the Year. At the convention, the county Legionnaire of the Year and his post commander are invited, and we make the presentation, and that's also a very nice presentation. Mm-hmm. Now, what also happens is the county Legionnaire of the Year participates in the 10th District Legionnaire of the Year. And remember, I've told you in the past that the 10th district comprised Nassau County, Suffolk County, and Queens County. So the representatives from each county Now we have also what we call a district Legionnaire of the Year chairman. And what he does, he sends those resumes of the 3 winners from each county to past district 10 commanders. And what he does is he sends a copy of their resume. Now, there are no names on these resumes. They're just contestants. And he sends a rating sheet. And each past district commander has to rate the 3 resumes. Those resumes are then sent back to the 10th district chairman, who tabulates the results. And the 10th district Legionnaire of the Year is awarded at the department convention in July. So that's the process that we use. Okay, so after the special presentations, now we go through the same process to elect the officers. The first part of the convention, they were nominated, and now we go through the election process, whereby each post is given the opportunity to vote for the various candidates, and we do it one by one. Now, as this is going on, we have what we call tellers who record the vote and compute the vote.
Do the voters have to be there in person now, like in today's age? Can someone who hasn't attended, could they phone in a vote or Zoom in a vote?
There is no phoning in the votes, but the post commander is voting for his post. Like last year, because of the virus, the only person in attendance was the post commander, and he voted for his post. Now, if there are other delegates there, they normally vote together. So you're not, they're not going to break up the vote.
Okay.
So what they do is the tellers compute the vote. When it's all over with, the current county commander then calls the new county commander and his staff forward. So they come up on the stage. The new county commander is introduced. He says a few words, and then he introduces his new staff. And they also could say a few words, okay? At that point, before the convention actually closes, someone gives specific instructions as to where the installation dinner is going to be, what the uniform is going to be, and so forth and so on. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the installation dinner.
Yeah.
We had the county convention where we selected new officers, and now at the installation dinner, the new county commander is officially installed. Okay, and it's normally we hold it at Leonard's of Great Neck. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
I've been to many a wedding and bar mitzvah there in my days.
Oh, okay. So we have the actual installation dinner there. We have approximately maybe 100, 125 people, depending upon the time and who can.
That's man and wife, husband and spouse, and
yes,
couples.
Normally, yeah, the new county commander will invite relatives and friends to attend. We obviously like as many posts to be present because it's a very nice ceremony. The way it starts out is the outgoing county commander receives his says somewhere ever introduces this. Okay, well, I'm on the wrong page. Hold on a second. Okay. The past county commander receives his past county commander pin, and then he makes a short presentation.
You mean they don't give you a car?
No,
a Cadillac or a Mercedes?
And I don't get a trip to California, unfortunately. I get a pin. And then they give you the opportunity to say a few words, which is nice. Now,
and of course, you're never at a loss for words.
I don't know. All right. Then we have the incoming commander. Now, he receives his badge of office. It's the badge that he wears on his uniform at all county functions. And then he gets a nice private flag set. okay? Then he's also given a gavel, which is a symbol of authority, and we use the gavel to run most of our meetings, okay?
I thought you'd do that and someone comes up to the chair and proposes, you just give them the gavel over the head.
There's a gong, and you hit the gong
Yeah.
with the gavel. You hit the gong with the gavel. Okay. Now at this point, he makes a short presentation, the new county commander, and then he introduces his new staff, just so everybody knows all the members of his staff. Okay. Once that's over, we have what we call an MIA POW remembrance ceremony.
Mhm.
And we do this at most of our American Legion functions. It's just that we take a moment or several minutes to honor those people who are missing in action or prisoners of war. And there's a formal document that you say, and it's accompanied by a round table, which is set for one. And there are different things on that table that we talk about during the ceremony itself.
And the different thing, do we still have POWs? I mean, I know that was very, during the Korean War and the Vietnamese War, you had the POWs and the MIAs. But how about in the wars in the Middle East? Are there POWs?
I don't know if there are any POWs, but we have a POW MIA chairman, and at various meetings, we'll get up and indicate that there are still, I think, between 400 and 500 POWs. So, or people missing in action, So we still keep track and monitor it very closely.
Well, just something in Ed has nothing to do with has to do with POWs, but there is a thing in the Israeli army. They take a special pride in not leaving anyone behind.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a song that's
we do the same in the American army too.
Right, yeah, but it's not as popularized as the Israel army, because they'll exchange 100 of our prisoners for one Israeli. But there's something, if you go to YouTube, there's a Israeli singer called Dudu Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And he is giving some sort of presentation or doing a show in front of the premier of the president of Israel, and it's his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And he said if God will grant the birthday person a wish, and he said, Mr. President, I only wish that there was a Israeli prisoner in Hamas that was captured by Hamas, and it's 4 years. He's been there 4 years. So please, in your prayers, have him pray for him to come home. And then he sings a song from Les Miserables, "Bring Him Home," which, if you ever have a chance to see that, it sort of like makes you cry. So bring him home. He's only a boy. But anyway, I don't know why that reminded me of what you're talking about.
Okay, and how do you spell Dudu Fisher? Dudu.
Dudu, D-U-D-U.
D-U-D-U. Okay,
and
good.
Fisher, it's F-I-S. It's C-H-E-R.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a well-known Israeli singer. Very good. Has beautiful voice.
I'll check it out. See how it sounds. Yeah.
Let me know.
Okay.
Anyway,
so we have the MIA POW remembrance ceremony, and that basically is the end of the installation dinner ceremony. Obviously, we still have to finish. You have the meal and you have dancing. And one of the things I wanted to mention is the new each county commander selects their own tie for their staff, which is worn whenever the commander and the staff are together at the county function. Okay? And that tie is given to the new staff by the new county commander.
And any particular criteria for the tie?
Well, Well, they're basically, patriotic ties.
So it's no nude women or profanity.
No, 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 no. American flags, scenes of, World War II or what, different flags.
The
And
flag
that-
raised on Iwo.
Yes, exactly. As a matter of fact, the flag that I gave has that scene on it. So it's just a tradition. And then the outgoing county commander then presents, a small gift to each one of his staff. So it's a nice ceremony and it works out well. And then at the end of June, normally the new county commander will have what we call a reorganization meeting. What he will do is ask his staff and all the committee chairpersons to come to a meeting and he will give out or present his goals and objectives and his guidance for the year. So that kind of.
Officially, when does the new commander take over?
This is the interesting thing. The new commander takes over when he's installed. However, when I was going to talk to you briefly about July and August, where we have the New York Department Convention, which is then followed by the National Convention. Now, even though we have installed a new county commander, for those two conventions, the old county commander leads the New York delegation. So when we go to the New York Department Convention, the people who are attending will be wearing my county tie. Even though, we have a new guy.
So you go, you say, hey, that's my tie.
Yeah, it's just a tradition that, and then once the the National Convention is completed in August, then, I'm out of the picture completely, not out of the picture, but I'm no longer, I'm then become the junior past county commander.
Hey, can I get you on a contract to still commit to the show after August?
Yeah, we can work something out, sure.
Or do I have to give the contract to the new commander?
No, I think you have to get a contract with the new county commander, and I could kind of be his advisor in terms of, how to do this and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll have to meet him.
Well, you already did. He's been on one of our podcasts.
Oh.
He's the adjutant. He's Joe Scarola.
Oh, okay.
He's a Navy veteran.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Okay. So at some point, if you want, we can introduce and turn over the reins to him.
Yeah, maybe we'll do an unofficial ceremony over. We'll have to change the show.
We'll passing the baton from the old to the new.
Right. We'll call it ex-Commander Pat Alesia.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Or what is it? Commander? I forget the word now. Anyway, emeritus.
Oh, okay. That's a nice term. I like that term. Yes.
Yeah, to me, you'll always have the title.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Anyway, we're up to August already, or?
Yes.
Did you do anything special for July 4th?
July 4th, basically, it revolves around different posts, getting involved in parades or ceremonies and things of that nature. And as I said, at the end of July, we have the department convention. The other thing I wanted to say, it's held in different places in New York on a rotational basis. It could be held in Albany, Binghamton, Buffalo, or Rochester. Each year they select one of those four, and that's where the department convention is. The national convention this year is going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee?
Yes, yes. So it's something to look forward to, that's for sure.
You attend all of these conventions?
Yes, I do.
Or as many as you can?
Yes, yes. And normally for the department convention, we might have between 10 to 12 delegates. And depending on where the national convention is, it could be, 4 to 10, depending. Last year was held in Phoenix, and we had just 4 people from the county attend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets too hot in Phoenix.
Yeah, well, it was like 105 degrees every day. At the end of August, it wasn't very, very
No.
cool for sure.
It wasn't good planning.
Yeah.
It was like having the World Cup in the summertime in Qatar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with that or not. Because
No, not that familiar with the World
No.
Cup, no.
Okay, so the World Cup is once every 4 years, and they had it
Yeah.
in Qatar, and they since switched it to, I think, November, but they had it in Qatar, in I think it was July or August, where it's like 120 degrees in the shade,
Oh, wow.
and then they
How,
thought better of it.
how did the athletes survive that temperature?
Well, it's coming up this coming year.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But I think they switched it to the winter. In the winter, it's only 105 in the daytime. But anyway,
So,
anyway, actually, our time is almost up. Believe it or
okay.
not. So we haven't
Yes.
finished the year, but we might have to finish the year next year.
No, but that's it. I mean, that's basically
Yeah.
the new year starts in September.
I didn't know you were Jewish.
I'm not.
Well, the New Year start. You said the New Year starts in September.
I mean that the American Legion.
I know. But I always, as you know, I'm from Brooklyn. As you can tell, I'm
Yes.
from Coney Island.
So am I. So am I.
And I'm also Jewish. You're not, I know. But I always thought that, and the Jewish New Year is generally sometime in September. And I always thought, well, that's a perfect time for the New Year. Why? Summer's over. Winter's
Right.
coming in. School is starting. We were off for
Yes.
2 months. So it's a new
Yes.
year. What are we celebrating the New Year in December and January? It doesn't make
point.
sense.
And I'll tell you, in the American Legion, some posts don't meet in July and August, and other posts, instead of meeting twice a month, only meet once a month. So it's when September rolls around that we go back to the 2-meeting schedule, which is like a new year,
New
really.
Year.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Anyway, I understand next week we're not going to do a show because it's on Christmas Eve and you have the family coming over.
Right.
And of course, you have to prepare the house for Santa coming down. And
Yes.
the year after that, the week after that, it's New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, right.
So I ain't going to see you for 3 weeks.
You're not going to see me for 3 weeks, but I will call you in the interim and we'll discuss, what we're going to do down the road.
Okay. And as I
Sounds
say,
good.
so see if you can get your committee together so we could, someone could help you or the new commissioner.
To branch out a little bit.
And
Okay.
and expand the show.
I got you. Sounds good.
You got it. So happy holidays, Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you.
Happy New Year,
Thank you.
and I'll see
New
you
Year,
in.
everyone, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
I'll see you 2022. That sounds strange.
It does. It really does. Oh my God. Woo. It is what it is. Have a good weekend.
You too. Send my love to your family.
Thank you.
Bye.
Same here, buddy. Bye-bye.